Hey everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back to my cancer journey. If you are new here, this is my video journal of my experience with stage 4 colorectal cancer. You may or may not know, but 8 years ago I was diagnosed with stage 2 colorectal cancer, and through chemotherapy and radiation and surgery, the tumor was removed and we thought we had beaten the cancer. 8 years later, in February of this year, 2019, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer. The cancer had come back, but it had metastasized to my lung and my lymph nodes. So, having had cancer in the past, I was aware that the survival statistics for stage 4 colorectal cancer were extremely low, around 12 to 13%. And based on that, I decided that it would be important to document the journey for anyone who needs the information or is just starting the journey or is going through it with a loved one. But particularly for my loved ones and my kids, I just wanted to put everything out on the table for whoever wanted to hear it. So that's why I started this series of videos. Now that we're caught up, I think we left off at my 3rd out of 4 chemotherapy sessions. And admittedly, I got cocky after 3 rounds of chemo. I thought I was doing really well. I was still working. I was still going to the gym a couple of times a week. And let me tell you, that 4th round knocked me down. I think it was an accumulation of the first 3 rounds plus this. I think your body can only take so much poison before it violently rejects it, and that's exactly what happened. So I was basically on this couch, unable to do much of anything, and unfortunately, 2 of my best girlfriends were coming out to visit, and my plan was to show them around the city and take them out, but I wasn't able to do any of that. So they ended up just sitting here with me for a few days, and we had girl talk and we watched movies, and sometimes we didn't say anything at all. We just were together. And I'm pretty fortunate that that's the kind of friends that I have. I just want to take a moment to say to my support system, my family, my boo, my friends, that I just really appreciate how amazing you guys have been and solid. And this is night and day between now and my first battle with cancer. The first time I was diagnosed, there were a lot of people in my circle who shouldn't have been there. And I had to learn who my friends were and who they weren't. And it was a painful lesson. And now I can say with confidence that the group of people that I am surrounded by is solid. And it's all love and support and selflessness. And I'm just very, very fortunate. And I do love you guys. And I do appreciate you guys. And I've even gotten a lot of support from people who I've never met, people who have shared similar experiences. People from work have been sending me cards and letters, and a friend from school way back in the day sent me this bracelet because her family had just gone through the same journey. And there's just been a lot of support and kind wishes and people taking time out of their day to reach out to me and see how I'm doing. And I just want to let you guys know how much that's appreciated. I really, really do appreciate it. It's been really good for morale. So anyway, after the 4th round of chemo, last week I had surgery, and they went in through my left side into the lung and removed that tumor, and then they removed the 2 lymph nodes that also contain cancerous tumors, and a few other lymph nodes, maybe for testing, maybe they were bothered by something that they saw. I'm not sure, but the surgery went well. The surgeon was very, very talented. I had a lot of confidence in him. And so now I'm showing no evidence of disease, which is great. And everybody that I love is kind of celebrating. And of course, me being a bit pessimistic, I'm happy but also reticent to celebrate because the cancer is systemic and it is in my bloodstream and it is always there. So what I have to do now is just make sure that my stress levels are low, my diet is good, my immune system stays strong, and I've adopted this new protocol called the Lavali protocol, and it integrates traditional medicine, which I've been using, with nutrition, with supplements, with finding the cancer on a molecular level before it becomes a cancerous tumor, things like that. So I'm doing both. And I think like everyone else who's diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, the first thing you do is go on the internet and try to find every possible cure. And different friends of mine had been telling me to learn about B17, which is also called Laetrile, and it comes from apricot seeds. And so I looked into it after enough people said to, and the initial things that I found kind of put me off because the FDA website and some of the other medical associations were saying, do not take this, it's dangerous, it contains cyanide, it can kill you. But when I dug deeper and I learned how it works, I was impressed with the results. And I actually read this book called World Without Cancer, and it's by G. Edward Griffin, and it's the story of vitamin B17, which I recommend to anybody who's interested. And this is the second book of his that I've actually read. The other one was about a completely different topic. It was about the Federal Reserve, but I like his books. And basically the book is about the efficacy of B17 in studies, preventing cancer, killing cancer, preventing the spread of cancer, and the reasons why that information may be being suppressed by the medical community. It's very interesting, but it was enough for me. And since my diagnosis, I've been taking B17 daily with no bad effects. I've been taking B15 and some other supplements, which I'll be happy to talk about to anyone who's interested. Again, disclaimer, I'm a flight attendant. I have no medical knowledge whatsoever. I'm just trying to save my own life, and I'll be happy to share with you the things that I've learned. You can take it or leave it. But I've got minimal pain from the surgery. I'm out of work for 6 weeks. So I'm not used to staying put for more than a few days, but I do have to recover and I can't be very active. So I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of baking and things of that nature. But as far as pain or discomfort, it's been very minimal. And I became a grandmother for the second time a few days ago, and my oldest granddaughter started school yesterday, so we have a lot going on. I haven't been able to make it out to Colorado yet. I'm in Texas, but I'm very excited to get out there and see them. The baby's name is Sierra. It's another girl, and she's absolutely beautiful. And I think that's about it. I wanted to make this brief. I hope I did that, but I just wanted to check back in, and I'm glad that you all checked in. And next I'll be doing 8 more rounds of chemotherapy to clean up any mess that was left behind. So pray for me, y'all, because if 4 knocked me down the way it did, 8's gonna be really rough. But that's the plan. 8 more rounds of chemo, this new protocol, and I will keep you all updated. Thank you for checking in.